getting the right people on the bus, meaning getting the right team around you, was something that you emphasized earlier, particularly coming out of your athletic background as a sports athlete, in your case lacrosse. Um, how did you and David Coe figure out your relationship? How did you recruit a guy who was on his way to become a CEO of another company, and you get him to accept the job of COO in your company, and he's highly respected in the Valley, and yet he's couldn't be more excited when I talked to him about being able to work with you. What was the magic in building that relationship between the two of you and dividing up responsibilities?
It's all about partnership. And one of the things that he said in his way, in his words, which are find your superpower. One of the things you always said in your way, in your words, was focus on whatever magic you can bring to the table. And when you think about the world from an athletic perspective or from a team sport perspective, it's not just who's on the bus; it's who's on the right seats on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave and I spent a lot of time. Took 7 months to recruit him through the whole process. Most of the time, he didn't know I was trying to recruit him. Just basically learning about each other and figuring out, what is he really strong at? What am I really strong at? My strengths are I have no experience. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know that I have a vision. I'm going to run after it as hard and fast as I can as possible. His strengths are he's unbelievably detail-oriented. He's an operator. He's built companies. He's managed people. And so if you bring those two worlds together, I can spend my time focusing on my product and my vision, and I don't have to be hindered by failures of the past. I can just try what I want to try, and he knows how to iterate and take a company and a culture that can take a vision and a big idea and execute on it. And so we've built a partnership that, we're probably at this point now best friends, and we also have spent a ton of time learning from each other. And I think the best A, relationships, and B, companies are all about again, a constant learning, and we both have different types of curiosity, and you put those two curiosities in a room and you get 1 + 1 is 3. And so we just spent had a lot of fun times thinking about changing the world. And then eventually over Halloween, when I was with his family, he said, I will do this, and I want to be sure if we do this that we're truly going to change the world. And we sat out on his porch, and the rest is history, I guess.
So one of the things I've observed over the years and learned and really respect is that in a company that's trying to change the world, it's about shaping a new industry, and it's about creating a compelling vision that others will want to follow, but it's also about creating an amazing product. And so the founders of these transformational companies very typically are the deciders of the products themselves. And what I've learned is that you can't create disruptive products by consensus. It's not a democratic process. Someone has to be the decider, even if you make a mistake every once in a while. How have you and David figured out the role that you play as the founder, decider, CEO of the company, and he plays as the COO, executor of what you and the product creators create?
Yeah, it goes back to his term of superpower or your term of magic. I have a vision and I have a belief of what the world will look like with our product, several years from now. And we've created a partnership where, again, more times than not, I'm wrong, but I can focus on that vision, focus on that big idea, because, again, it's actually unpopular. My vision is going to take 15 years to create, and it's going to be a long, long, long slog to get there. But his expertise is he knows how to run companies, run people, iterate fast, and he's an expert at failing fast as well. So you combine kind of my world of thinking about big products and that deciding vision or mission that we want to focus on, and his ability to take that and execute, but then also figure out the insights and fail quickly and turn something off if it doesn't work. You create an extremely powerful partnership between the two where he inherently becomes a decider as well, and I inherently can take my knowledge and increase it because he's helping, with a feedback loop, and it's an iteration. Just like we talk about technology, you want to launch a product every week. Well, you want to have a partner who can give you feedback every week. If you're failing, you can turn it off really quickly and spin something new up and take the insights from it. So, we've had an unbelievable partnership about, almost a year now, focused really on that learning, that curiosity, and that iteration. And so, I've got my view of the world with my vision, and he's got an unbelievable ability to focus on the details and focus on execution. And he's also a product guy by nature, so we get that. We have that in common. When we put those things, those two people in the room, it becomes a lot of fun. And if you have fun with what you're doing, it makes it really easy to work 120-hour weeks.